Hey guys, this is Victor, and now I'm going to talk to you about ion bottles and why I have chosen this company as the hydrogen water bottle of choice. So I am an affiliate. Use the links that I provide you and my discount code, which is Vitagenics or Victor Cazzetto. Either one of those will give you an additional 10% on top of the 20% most of the time. There are some other special deals, sometimes it will override that. Anyway, this bottle is actually used by other companies and then they'll put their label on it. But these guys manufacture one of the absolute best because they use really good glass, good manufacturing, they have great customer service, a great reputation, etc. And also probably the best pricing, which is interesting. But again, as a major supplier, sometimes companies are able to provide you products cheaper because they're producing at a larger scale. But these guys do not compromise on the quality. So, first of all, why am I talking about hydrogen water? Actually, it's not the first time. You can see my videos on water and hydration. I talked about it like 4 or 5 years ago. And I've been talking about it probably more than 10 years. Uh, but I don't talk about it a lot publicly because it's usually not worth it to spend the time and money just to get molecular hydrogen into your water. And there's a lot of bad products out there that I don't like. And so after spending a lot of time looking at all the different companies and all the different bottles, I felt really comfortable going with this one. Now, you can see here the website is also very good. So they've got a breakdown of their technology. You just click our technology. They've got the science. And let me start actually really quickly with the science just to show you. You click on this science tab and then you go here and they're going to take you to government studies. So let's pop this one open, right? This is the National Library of Medicine, and you're going to see you're going to find many studies actually about molecular hydrogen. So it's not only just one study or two study, three studies, etc. They've got a bunch here. Europe, PubMed. Here's another one from the National Institute, National Library of Medicine. Sorry. So there are many different studies, and not just what they have linked here, but there are like hundreds, if not thousands, of studies. And so, if you're curious, if you need more convincing, or if you want to understand more deeply what does molecular hydrogen do for you, you can go through here. This video doesn't tell you much actually, which is why I'm making the video. Some people will be familiar with ORP. So the water produced by this device has a very good ORP. So that's one of the really good things. There's a lot of interesting things. I can make a lot of different videos to talk about molecular hydrogen versus the alkaline water. And you guys have heard me talk before that I don't like anything about alkaline water or products that are selling alkaline water because it's really about the hydrogen. And again, this is, I guess I should show you first. So here's the science. You can go find the science yourself. In the shop, there's basically the original bottle, which you'll see here. Now, this was using my link. It's going to come to 79. But when you go to check out, you actually also put in my code and it'll come down to like $72. But even at 79 or 99, this bottle is a really good deal. You're not going to find a better bottle in the industry. You might find the same exact bottle that's being sold by someone else that's put a label on it, but you're not going to find a better one. These guys are using basically it's pretty standard technology. So a lot of people are using the same kind of tech, but their manufacturing processes are different. And for example, some of them will use a plastic bottle, which I do not like. This uses a glass bottle. So anyway, you can go and see. You can get this bottle for 79, or like I said, like 72. You can get the Pro. The Pro is a bit more money, and it's not a lot more money. You can see here, $129. I'm still, in almost all cases, I'm going to be recommending the original one. The difference with the Pro is that it has a separate outgassing. It has a little bit more ppm or a little bit more hydrogen, but that's not really so relevant, to be honest. because the biggest thing is about convenience, having the bottle with you. Look, you hit the button and it makes hydrogen water in just a few minutes. And if you've got to wait longer than that, which if you want to, like with the Pro, if you want to make a, a more, you want to get more hydrogen into the water, it takes a little bit longer. And most people won't have the patience for that. But there is one advantage that I do like about the Pro. If you're someone that wants to put tea in here, for example, and things like that, you can actually do that. You've got to clean your bottle afterwards, and that's not difficult. But the other thing is the venting on the Pro is a little bit different. And because of that, it will actually protect something like tea. So with water, it doesn't really matter. But with tea, you've got other things in there. And so they could be reacting with with the free oxygen. And so the Pro has an advantage for things like that. Um, I could do another video. I want this video to be short, so I'm not going to go crazy. It does make a stronger, if you want to use that term, a stronger hydrogen water or a higher ppm. But again, this is not. I don't want people to get hung up on numbers about the ppm or even the ORP, because again, even the original is good. And if you're going to be drinking a bunch of water all day, and you can afford to get the cheaper bottle and it doesn't put stress on you, then you go and get that and you're carrying it with you and you're basically drinking hydrogen water all day. It's easy both bottles are easy to refill. All right, so anyway, again, the Pro is cool. I'll do another video where I talk more about that, or you guys can just go read. There is also there's a pitcher, and again, you need a pretty special use case, because when we are making hydrogen water, we want to drink it quickly, not immediately, but it has a kind of short shelf life. The hydrogen is going to dissipate. And so if you're one person, you don't want to get the pitcher. But if you're a family of 5, and then everyone's going to sit down at dinner and drink water maybe before dinner or after dinner or whatever, then maybe you're going to want to use the pitcher. You're not going to use hydrogen water like to make tea or make coffee. You're not going to do that. All the hydrogen is going to disappear. So don't think about it. If you're thinking, oh, when I go to make tea or coffee or pasta or something, no, you're not going to use it for that. You're going to make the hydrogen water and you're going to drink it. Okay, you don't have to drink it immediately. You don't have to be rushed, but within 10 or 15 minutes, you want to be drinking it. And to be honest, there will be some hydrogen left even 12 hours later. It doesn't all disappear. So another use case scenario is you could, I guess, if you wanted to, you could fill a bunch of thermoses for your family, and then they all go running off with hydrogen water in a thermos. That thermos, because it's under pressure, it's going to help hold in some of the hydrogen. But honestly, most of your hydrogen is still going to dissipate and escape as soon as you open that bottle. So it's much better to just have your own like original hydrogen bottle that you take with you, rather than taking a thermos that you poured hydrogen water into. So, and this is the beauty of it, that you're able to make the hydrogen water quickly, and it doesn't cost you. So this is the other thing about the technology. And you guys go and you take a look at the technology. There are no cartridges, there are no tablets, there are no hydrogen bars, there are also no batteries. It's a rechargeable, there's a rechargeable battery in it, so you're not buying batteries for it, right? So there's no running cost for this bottle, which is incredible. For any of the bottles, all 3 of them work the same way. They use the same technology, again, with very minor differences. And they explain everything here for you, so you can go and check them out. And the main point of the technology is this, what you're seeing here. It's this membrane, and it's very simple actually, but it needed to be well made. And in fact, when you get this bottle, you want to keep it wet. You actually want to keep water in it. And when it arrives, there's a cap on the inside that you take off, because they keep a little bit water in it even during shipping, right? So that's how important it is to keep the membrane wet. So you never want this bottle to be totally empty of water. Even if you're not going to use it, just put water in there, and don't worry about the quality of the water. If you're out and you drink water, you just get water from anywhere. just leave some water in there. And it's not going to fall apart, if one day there's not water in it, but just try to always keep water in it. Okay, that's how you get the longest life and the best performance out of it. Okay, now these things that I'm talking about are, most of them I think you can be found in the FAQ. They have a pretty good FAQ here. They talk about how does it work, right? And they're talking about that technology. They tell you it's made out of glass, right? And now this is very interesting. They use glass. We're in the process of designing a product that uses Triton plastic, very strong non-toxic plastic that will last for years. I actually prefer the glass, to be honest, and this was recently updated because before it just simply said that they were made out of glass. Can you pour your H2? Yes, you can transfer, of course, into another glass, or as I mentioned, into another thermos. But again, understand that the hydrogen will disappear pretty quickly. Now, 10 or 15 minutes, you'll still have most of the hydrogen there. But when we're talking about like going all day or something, the hydrogen will mostly dissipate. It's been tested to hold the hydrogen, like they can still detect molecular hydrogen like 12 hours later, but that amount is so small, so it's not relevant. And so we don't want to say that it holds hydrogen all day. So this is good. They're being honest about their information here. That's really good. What is the cap inside the bottle? I mentioned this before. Because they actually put a little bit of water in there during shipping, and so that cap gets taken out. Okay, all right. So you can see here. All right, you guys can go and read this stuff. What happens to the oxygen? Because it makes the hydrogen by just splitting the water. Water is hydrogen and oxygen, and it's just using very simple electrolysis to split up the hydrogen and oxygen, and then it vents out the oxygen. And this is where the way the Pro vents the oxygen is different. And there are some advantages there, like I said, if you were actually putting tea into the bottle. And cold, never put hot liquids in here, by the way. They even tell you how to clean your bottle. If you have hard water or you're using a lot of mineral water, you might want to descale it every now and then with distilled white vinegar. But here's something else that's very interesting. You hear me tell people most of the time, you want to actually use structured water for everything. You structure your water first. So you take water, if you're taking tap water, you filter it, you get the cleanest water or distilled water, whatever. Add some salt into it to get it up to about 300 TDS. And then you're going to structure that water with whatever device you happen to be using. And then you put it into the hydrogen bottle. That's your ideal situation. Now, the really cool thing is when water is structured, it will not scale as much. It won't leave behind residue as much in the hydrogen bottle. Either way, it doesn't matter. These are, like I said, they're easy to clean, so there's no problem because they're made for tap water, which is not good. You don't have to use distilled water here. So, tap water has more minerals and gunk and who knows what in it. Right? So you're way ahead of the game if you're filtering your water and then adding a little salt and structuring it, right? So that's the ideal situation, okay? But anyway, pay close attention to this. Don't only listen to my video. Make sure you understand how to take care of your bottle, right? Don't submerge the base underwater, okay? They even, right, is H2, is hydrogen water safe during pregnancy, right? So you've got all these different questions here. And there's no problem, right? It's never been demonstrated to be any problem. You can drink it while you're pregnant. That's okay. They answer this too. What type of water should you use, right? You can use regular tap water, filtered water, reverse osmosis, purified, etc. And ideally, you do what I just explained, okay? And I don't think I'm going to go through all of these questions. I mean, you guys can see where the FAQ is. And you can go and read all of this stuff here. Let's see if there are any things that I want to review here that actually add to your knowledge. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll read this one anyway. If you received your bottle or pitcher, it does not produce hydrogen bubbles or it's stopped, fill your bottle or pitcher with warm water and allow the PEM unit located on the base to soak in water for 24 hours. Okay, so again, if you do accidentally dry out the membrane, right, you can just soak it for 24 hours in warm water, not hot, and then it should be fine after that. Okay. Um, yeah, this is going to tell you right here. You want to use cold water, room temperature, cold or ice water. Do not pour boiling water in the bottle. Okay, it may cause damage. How many uses with a full battery? 15 to 20 times with one full charge. And it takes about 5 to 7 hours to fully charge it. So, like most devices we use, we typically plug them in overnight, and then uh, they'll go all day. Of course, you're not gonna drink 15 or 20 bottles of water, so it'll last you probably 2 or 3 days between the charges. And here they answer it. How long does the hydrogen? And again, this is good that they're giving honest answers here, right? 1.6 ppm hydrogen will remain for up to 15 minutes or longer when the water is kept in a sealed container. Okay, and but it's going to quickly dissipate after that. Okay, the beauty, and this is the beauty of the original, right? It only takes 3 minutes to make the hydrogen water. That's very important for me. Filters or replacement parts? Nope. Right? That's one of the main benefits of this bottle. There's just nothing to replace. It just keeps because it's creating the hydrogen from the water that you pour in it. Right? How much hydrogen water per day? Yep. Right. Consume 4 or 5 bottles a day if you want. So no problem. No problem. Does the water taste different? We get this question about a lot of different types of water, and it really depends on the person. But most people do feel it tastes better. It tastes more fresh, right? So there you go. I actually did go through the whole list basically. If you got more questions, let me know. I will do other videos to talk more in depth probably about the different differences between the Pro and the original. And even the picture, but I think I covered it, and you guys can go read. I want to encourage you to go here and actually read the information, because the website does a good job. They talk about the technology, they talk about the science. Of course, there is marketing hype. You go to the home page, and then there's pictures, etc. But they do a pretty good job. Okay, so go check it out. And again, my discount code is Vitagenics. I have 2 discount codes actually, Vitagenics, and the other one is Victor Cazzetto, all one word. And be sure you use my link in addition to my code. Okay? Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you guys out, and I hope you get a bottle soon. Take care.